Shalom, shalom, y'all. Shalom. It is Michael Israel. Very busy week. An amazing time I had up there at Straitway. Y'all put a 9 in there if the audio is good. Put a 9 in there if we have good audio. Okay. Let me see. All right. Okay, so the audio's good because I was hearing something on this end. But yeah, y'all, it was an awesome, eye-opening. I'm gonna go into it a little bit. I got a show coming up where I'm gonna have some brothers that were up at Straitway with me. They're gonna come on. They're gonna give their testimonies about their experience up there for the Feast of Pentecost, Feast of First Fruits. But it was definitely an amazing event on a lot of different levels. And let me see real quick. I haven't. As you could tell, it took me a second to get this show together and ran into some issues. But it was definitely an amazing event up there. All the saints who came out, it was priceless. It took a lot for me and Koya Israel to get up there with the children, but it turned it was well worth it. And we're gonna get into some of that, and then I'm gonna bring you guys up to speed on a lot of other things that we have going on. Or that are going to be going on. Need to mark your calendars. I'll tell you what we're doing down here, Straitway, Florida, this Sabbath. I'm telling the saints now, we're setting the dates for Feast of Tabernacle. We're gonna go ahead and set those dates in stone right now. Get prepared. Make sure everybody has their tents and everything, all their gears ready to go, their time off from work, and they're set. And it's not going to be, we're going to be able to go up there and have an awesome time, okay? Because what you experience up there, it's kind of hard to put into words, and it's priceless. So, it's like no vacation. Your batteries will be charged like no vacation you've been on before. That's the best way I could put it. All right. Now okay, there we go. All right, fixing everything up. So shout out to Sister Koya. Made me another Spiritual Combat hat. It's kind of hard to see. It's silver. So Spiritual Combat hat. And I definitely got to give a shout out to my brother Zedekiah. He got the Straitway hats. Definitely have to get with him. I have to get with him on how to get it. And Pastor Dow, I heard somebody was like, we were sitting up there. Somebody like, hey, how do I get Straitway gear? And Pastor Dow was like, I got it. He'll send you something. So I have to get with Pastor Dow on how to get that Straitway gear myself. We're going to get with him on that. But, so, Feast of First Fruits. As you know, the feast days directly coincide with your crops out there. If you have a garden, right around that time, you notice you started pulling in vegetables. If you've been watching Koya Israel's, she done changed her page into like a garden blog or something. But she keeps you up to date on what's going on out there in that garden. And finally, we have gotten an oat straw harvest. Milky oats. You know, we had this rabbit out there for the longest. We didn't know what it was out there eating that stuff. Shoot, we thought it was a hedgehog under the garden because we never saw it. But we got our first harvest of a lot of stuff out there, and it directly coincides with the word. And I want to give a shout out to the brothers and sisters here in Straitway, Florida, because they gave an offering up that we brought up there to bless Straitway for all the work they do. You know what I'm saying? It's the least we could do. So we brought what we could up there, what we could tote up there. We brought it up there and blessed them with that, just for the work they've done, the example, the priceless example that they've set, that Pastor Dow has set. While I was up there, I spent a lot of time around Pastor Dow, around some of the other Straitway leadership, and I'll tell y'all this, and if you haven't made it out there, you definitely need to get out there and get around them so you can. It's like you can pick up more. For me, I pick up more, I see more, I get a better understanding when I'm right there, boots on the ground, watching. And there were just there was some stuff I saw that was very eye opening to me. That kind of it was a confirmation, or whatever you want to call it, that I'm in the right spot. When I call Pastor Dow my pastor, call him my leader, Elder Rufus my elder, Elder Mitchell my elder, Elder Becker, and all these people, they truly have the mantle of leadership. I mean, and it's just watching them, you know, it says, where's the word says, prove all things and hold to that which is true. And they put plenty of stuff out there for you to prove, you know, and you're going to have to hold to it because nobody else is doing what they're doing out there. Pure, point blank, plain and simple. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no getting around it. What was the other thing? So, yeah, it was, the men, because there were a couple nights there, and maybe I have some of it, because I'm in the process of uploading a lot of this footage, and I got a lot. You're going to see, I'm going to be releasing this week some of the videos. I got music videos, praise and worship. I'm going to be putting it out there. Just YouTube is like, man, YouTube, it just gets weirder and weirder and more difficult. It gets more and more difficult to get this thing to work correctly. So, and I think it's deliberate. But let me see if I can find one of these. I got a couple videos here, but they're not set up yet. What I'm gonna do another show, and on that show, it's gonna I'll put out some of the video content. Cause let me see, yeah, a lot of this stuff. I got one right here. Okay, we'll play this one. But what we did. We were in the dining hall, and there's an area where all the men kind of gather, and we all chill there, and you know, you got that leadership there dropping real nuggets, and you got like, so I'll put it like this: there was one night where Pastor Dow, he ministered to us there in the dining hall, the men and the women. This ain't nothing. It wasn't televised. It wasn't live streamed or nothing. It was for us. It was straight, down the middle, no cut on it, and no baking soda, no nothing. It's just a raw product, and it wasn't for the faint of heart. And it was like it all made sense because the people who were willing to sacrifice and come up there and stay up late and sit by the leadership's feet and just listen to what they're bringing out, they got blessed with that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, what it was a call to action, a call to stop BSing. You see what I'm saying? To the men. And see, you got a lot of, I see a lot of the flack that Pastor catches on, that Pastor Dow catches on Facebook and all that, and he hates women and this, that, and the other. Boy, if y'all had heard that message, what he was saying to the men that night, even Oprah would have been like, preach, pastor. It was straight down the middle. And it really challenged the men who were up for the challenge to really step up, especially me, in a big way. To the point where, I've been moving and pressing forward, but I've been moving and pressing forward even harder now. Just an update on what's going on over here with me down here in Straitway, Florida. Koya no longer works. She is a stay-at-home housewife, mother, and doing her thing. Of course, my children are homeschooled. I got a second job. So now I bring, you know what I'm saying? So now my wife's home. So a lot of changes. And most high willing, I'll be out of this house by the end of the month. We got a closing date set and all that stuff like that. And I mean, we're not playing around. And the stuff is moving fast. The only reason I had time to do this video is because, the circumstances permitted. I was going to head out on this job, but I was told, hey, wait about 2 or 3 hours or whatever. So I said, let me drop this video in here real quick. But we got a lot of moving parts right now, a lot, to where in a couple months, everything gonna be realigned. You know what I'm saying? We got I got some of the saints down here actively looking for land, not in the South Georgia area right now, where we can make a quick move. You know what I'm saying? But we have a lot of moving parts, a lot of things in motion, and we're pushing forward. And that's in the literal way, but that's because spiritually we've been, that's where the work's been getting done big time, okay? We've been doing a lot of, and particularly me, that conversation and what Pastor Dow was dropping in that dining hall. I mean, my wife said, are you all right? What happened in there? She was like, you came home last night. You didn't say anything. You were quiet. I was like, yeah. Like, that's how it is when you over here. You got to let that stuff digest and seep in. And seep in it did. And it lit a fire under me, And just, I'm going to just really paraphrase it. Pastor Dow was telling us as men, we got to be men so that we can protect these women, so we can lead these women. I watch a lot. Y'all, put a 100 up in there if y'all do not see all these Hebrews. These it's widespread in the Hebrew community. These Hebrews like, kneel before Zod, woman. Kneel before Zod. Obey. Thou shalt. And they're throwing all that into the woman's head. But there's nothing to obey. Does that man have 2 jobs? Is that man leading his family? Is he providing for his family? Is he a good leader? Or is he some soft, boot-licking, macho boy, Steve Urkel pretending to be Black Rambo? You see what I'm saying? That's what the conversation was about. and I loved it. Why? Now it hurt. I was sitting there like, okay, like that. But don't nobody come at you like that and pass it out. Look you right in your eyes. You hear that, Israel? Michael Israel? Like, look right at me. Hey, you either gonna break or bend. And a lot of these dudes, they ain't hearing it. You know what I'm saying? What are they gonna be doing? I'm gonna show you what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be filling these out. They're gonna be filing these. Hey, I'm telling you, they're gonna be getting them hurt feelings reports filed up. Why? Because it's real talk, man. But this, hey, I came up there. That was something I had prayed about. I was like, yeah, show me what I need to be doing, you know. And then I talked to Elder Rufus a couple days later, you know, and if Pastor Dow mopped the whole floor, Elder Rufus got in the corners when I talked to him because it was all clean after that, you know. Any questions I had, you know, it was just real, man. It's priceless, you know what I'm saying? And like when you get guidance and wisdom on life and what you need to do and what you need to be, I don't know. We got, like I said, I got a show coming up. I'm gonna do it on Sunday, and I'm gonna have some of the brothers come on because you know Michael Israel. I ain't got the best vocabulary in the whole world, and I ain't gonna say I ain't got the best vocabulary. I think some of these other brothers could express it better than me, so you can get it, okay? But it was real, okay? It was real talk. All right, let me see what we got popping here. All right. And let me say this too, and I am brother Tony, that's one of the brothers down here. He's gonna be on the show too, but he made an interesting statement, and I can back it, because these folks out here, man, they're amazing, and I say they're amazing because they don't actually go and verify stuff for themselves. They just go with their feelings, and they get their damn feelings hurt, because they're looking at things through their feelings, and they're not actually looking at what it is. They're looking at how they feel. They're not actually looking at the situation righteously from a biblical perspective. And that's why you get a lot of these people coming sideways at Straitway, at Pastor Dow, and everybody else, because they don't know how to see stuff. But Tony made it interesting. Remember, he was saying, Mike, you know what got me? You know why I know this man is real? He said, I hear the way he talks to everybody, but then when I watch the children around him and how he takes the time to deal with the children, like, and to Tony, and Tony's gonna have to come on and say it, because I can't express it the way he said it, but he said that was an aha moment to him when he saw how Pastor Dow dealt with the children and took the time with them and all that. You know what I'm saying? He knew he wasn't this hard, malicious, callous man. Now, he deal with the men like men. And most men ain't men, so they don't like to get dealt with like men. They like to get dealt with like women because they have a feminine spirits. So when a real dude come at them, look them in the eyes and bark in their face, oh, he didn't have to say it like that. You know, this, that, and the other. To which I say, fill it out. Fill it out and figure it out. Oh, man. I made some type of concoction this morning that was so disgusting, it don't even make sense. I'm letting Koya make it from now on because she follows the directions on the bags. I don't. I just scoop it, throw it in there. I'm learning though. Whew. That junk is nasty. All right. So anyway, but I don't want to waste it. So I'm gonna suffer it. Okay. So like I said, I got a show I'm gonna be doing on Sunday with a bunch of the brothers, and I'm gonna let them talk. You kind of heard my side, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. I had the opportunity to work with Elder Rufus, Elder Becker. We dug a trench to lay down some conduit and all this stuff. And a brother, I forget what the brother's name, I think is Alex or something like that. I forget what the brother's name is out of Texas who helped us out. He helped us work out there. A young brother, man. His brother, 24 years old. We getting ready to dig this trench to lay this conduit down and run this wire to this camera. And we just standing out there, and his brother was like, hey, man, is there something I could do? Can I help? And after, man, the dude put that work in. I think he's down there with Brother Greg. When all the brothers come on the show, they'll remember his name. But yeah, man. But we got out there, got to work, and it was you're working with people who get it. Elder Becker would ask for something. It was or something needed to get done, and it was like boom, we need to dig that trench. The next thing you know, the backhoe's coming up the hill. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just boom, boom, boom. It wasn't no lip fumbling or nothing like that. It was done with military excellence and precision. It was booked. There was no frustration. The job got done. Man, it's like, this is it. This is how you move, you know? And it was confirmation because we got a group of brothers down here who operate the same way. I had a brother tell me yesterday, called me on the phone. He said, Mike, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. He drives trucks. I told him, hey, I want you to get off the long road trucking thing, and I need you back in Jacksonville. He's like, yes, sir. I've started filling out applications today. Done. You know what I'm saying? That is it. Like, once you got that, you got this right here. Everything else is this. You know, is this. And folks, you know, and there's a lot of that all through the so-called Hebrew community. Other thing I'm going to talk about, and that's, I'm having them on the show. I'm going to have Straitway Indy on the show. Straitway Indy, and this is why we're setting our date for the Feast of Tabernacles. Straitway Indy, they all drove up there together, set up all their tents together. When it came time to leave, they woke up at the same time, all broke down all their tents together, put all their stuff, loaded all their stuff up together, and headed out all together. I like that, man. That really did something to me. I said, that's the way we rolling when we come back up here. We rolling like that. Those who want to, you know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna roll. That's how family roll. So that was a big thing. So I'm gonna have, they're gonna be, I talked to Brother Daniel. So a bunch of them are gonna be on the show on Sunday, and you know they're gonna talk about their experience of it. But that was a good thing in it. And then just being out there, that message on the Sabbath, because there was a first day message, but a message on the Sabbath where so a couple other things of where Pastor Dow was going, it and he said in the message why it's hard. Like for somebody, you got people like me who are just lived a whole life of being analytical and analyzing data and mechanical, technical type people. I worked on planes and cars my whole life and computers and black nerd, black Urkel, analyze stuff to where they're talking about how women can receive the Spirit easier because they know how to just let go. And one of the interesting things, y'all need to go back and check out the message. And it was interesting on how Pastor was saying how, because it really helped me out where he was saying you can, just like you can make yourself angry, you can make yourself come into the Spirit. So that was something I had to really ponder. You know what I'm saying? So there's lots. I think that's why I can't do it justice. That's why I'm going to have the brothers on here, a bunch of different brothers that were up there so that they convey it to you so that you can make it a priority to get around the saints. Forsake not the assembling. It's like y'all don't get it. It's like, and I needed it. I knew I needed to get up there. I mean, because I've had a grueling, brutal dead season. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of stuff, good and bad, but it can be tough. Growing, you have growing pains, things happening around me, y'all see, most of my stuff is pretty out there. And like I said, it's beginning to conclude. It's beginning to wrap up. But I'm pushing forward, and I know there's a reason. I'm beginning to see the reason. But I knew I needed to get up there, and when I got up there, it was like going on the land. I was like, yeah, give me direction on this, on what I say, how I conduct myself, this, that, and that. I was praying on what I needed growth and understanding in, and I got it tenfold. You know what I'm saying? Most High, when you say a faithful prayer, He's going to answer it, and He's going to go above and beyond. And I got it. I got plenty. So yeah, man. But inconvenience yourself. I'm not even, I can't say what happened. I'm not going to come on here and say what happened, but when I got back concerning my job, I still got my job. I'm good. But it was just a situation that happened because I had went up there and all this stuff. It's been interesting. Even this week, I went to go vet a saint, went to go meet a saint, and they were good. The saint, he was good peoples, but I had somebody come out, try to fight us. Come out and try to fight us at their household while we were trying to vet the saint. We got thrown off their land. Man, it's always down here, Straitway, Florida, man. Lately, it's just been action-packed at all times. You know what I'm saying? It'd be going down out here. I'll tell you that much. But we got a lot of moving parts. I'll tell you more about it after everything concludes because, like I said, we got a lot going on. Another thing we got going on, the 4th of July. Now, I know Pastor's busy. I tried to reach out to him yesterday and today, but he kind of confirmed that was good on his calendar. I'm going to wait till he comes out and say it, but that's going to be, we're going to resume the Dry Bones Rising tour or conference thing. So it will be the 4th of July down here in Florida. It's going to be a little bit south of here. We got some land we're going to do it on. I talked with the brother. They got they have access to everything down there, so they're gonna get the chairs. We're gonna have tents, fans, to keep everybody cool, and we're looking at all the options to make it as comfortable as possible, to make it a good event. So we're setting all that up, but it's as it stands. It's gonna be the 4th of July. I'm gonna get further confirmation when I hear from Pastor. When he confirms that date with me, I will put a video out so y'all can lock it in. But when I talked to him about that date, and he was he seemed to be about 70 to 90% sure his calendar was clear for that date. So when he gives me confirmation, as soon as he does it, you'll see me go live on here. You'll see the title of the video, and then I'll put out a trailer for it and all that stuff like that. So somebody put, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know the entire story? The story of what? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know the George Floyd? Hey, look. The George Floyd situation is just further if you could take one thing from that George Floyd situation, come out from among them. That's the one thing that all y'all need to take, is come out from among them. Be separate. Stop sitting on social media for 20 hours, wasting your day away. Get another job, grind hard, sell your house, sell what you got, and come out from among them. Anything but that, and you're really getting distracted. So, I don't sit there studying it. They murdered the dude on video, and they're murderers. And why would you want to live around murderers? That's how I'm thinking right now. Like, all I see, especially after coming back from Pentecost, all I see is ones and zeros. Like, I'm in the Matrix right now. I'm like Neo in the Matrix, and all I see is ones and zeros. Now, y'all seeing everything else is either a 1 or a 0. And it's that type of focus. All right? So, it is what it is. I mean, yep. Yeah. So, come out from among them. That's what I've learned. Okay? So, that's what we got going on. We got Shabbat going on here this Sabbath. Sabbath after that, we're going to be in South Georgia. We're going to be on some land. We're going to on one of the brothers' lands. We're going to be doing some weapons training. We're going to be planting crops, a lot of crops, and we're going to be camping out there. We're going to be testing out our tent setups. And the week after that, we'll be doing a garage sale or something. And then after that, I'll be closing. Most High willing, be up out of this place. And like I said, every week moving forward is going to be a bunch of stuff going on. Oh, and that's why I wanted to say that also. Don't be shocked if you don't see me on here too much. Depends. If I get little moments, time like this, I'll do. I come on and do something, talk about something. Other than that, it's going to be a lot of shaking heavy and moving hard and coming down the middle, and just following this sense of urgency the Most High has put on my heart. You know what I'm saying? So, and hopefully it's an example to you. All right, so let's see. Somebody says Satanists are in the process to overthrow this country for the New World Order. All right. So are you preparing? You know what I'm saying? Or are you watching videos trying to figure out how they're going to go about doing it? That's why I'm trying to move the people too. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. We are preparing. And look, I I don't even come on here and say the stuff we're doing or sacrificing or what how we're inconveniencing ourselves, because y'all probably wouldn't even believe it. Okay, but like I said, the shepherd, Pastor Dow, lit a fire under me and a lot of other brothers when we those teachings he did in the dining hall, those 2 nights in a row. He lit the fire, man. It's going. I ain't gonna be a social media light. You're gonna see me be a shaking and moving a light, or whatever you want to call that. You know, be about that action, man. All right, let's see what else. What else we got? So we got that going on. We got some projects we're gonna be doing this first day. We got all that moving. Yeah, other than that, that's what we got going on. I just want y'all to keep your eyes peeled for keep your eyes open for information coming up about the Dry Bones Rising. It looks like it is going to be on the 4th of July. It's going to be right here in Florida. The location going to be a little bit south of Palatka, not too much further south, but I think it's a beautiful location for those who might be coming from South Florida or Tampa or some of these other areas, And Pastor Dow, he'll be down here, and he just gonna come straight down the middle with it. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, let's see what else. What else? Do I have anything else? I don't. Oh, again, keep an eye out on Sunday. First day, probably. It's going to probably be around 7 o'clock, maybe, in the afternoon. You'll see me come on here. It'll be a good show. Might be a little later. Might be 8 p.m. We got some work we got to do out here. We got to cut a tree down. But it'll be around that time. I'm going to come on here and we're going to get it in. We're going to talk about Pentecost and the experience we had up there. I'll let the other brothers chime in. It's going to be good. Somebody said, Brother Michael, can you please explain the purpose of the Dry Bones Rising or the Dry Bones Conference? Shalom. Yeah, the Dry Bones Conference is the next level if you read that prophecy, it talks about the awakening process of those bones. And we are at the point where we know who we are. But now it's a lot of people when you look in the Hebrew community or the so-called Hebrew community, whatever you want to call it, when you look at the camps, when you look at the congregational Hebrews, when you look at the individualite Hebrews, when you look at the social media brews, when you look at the scholarly brews, okay? When you look at the individual ministry Hebrews and all these people out here who know that they're the people of the book, they've all stagnated. They've all hit a wall. They're just, okay, now what? Well, we'll just keep preaching the same message, but we'll go in deeper. And they've hit a wall, okay? And they're not moving forward. So they're just sitting there and there's no action. Their action is knowledge, knowing more knowledge. Well, now I know more knowledge. Well, how do I put this even further? Well, I'm going to study even deeper knowledge. And they go into all these books and doing all this stuff. When you read the Bible on a simple surface level, there is a call for a lot of action. There's a call for action in your home. There's a call for you to get in your role as a man. There's a call for your wife to get in her role. There's a call for you to come out from among these people. There's a call for you to return to the ancient ways. Well, how do you do all this? Pastor Dow's been doing it. He's been an example of what the book says for over 20 years. So when you when the purpose of this conference is to bring this to the Hebrew community and anybody else who wants to know, what do you need to do? Because clearly, I know when I came to Straitway, a lot of people were throwing jabs. A lot of people stopped talking to me. There was a lot of sneak dissing at the Dry Bones Rising conference from ministers and ministries up there during the conference and afterwards. They were taking shots at Pastor Dow, what he was saying, how he said it, this, that, and the other. But now today, it's evident that this empire is crumbling. Now people got questions. Folks is getting serious now. All the sneak dissing done stop. People looking at they so-called Hebrew ministry that they with, and they're like, what do we do? And they don't have answers. Well, Pastor Dow been screaming the answer for how long? How long he been not screaming it, living it? Okay? So now it's high time for a true man of Yah to speak. Big old facts. Because ain't nobody else doing it. Ain't nobody else bringing no answers. I've seen, but I'll tell you what I have seen throughout the Hebrew community. I've seen a lot of people low-key doing exactly what Pastor been saying and doing for like 20 years. Yeah, I see it. I've seen it. I see camps getting on land. I see a lot of people. I get a lot of people reaching out to me who I haven't heard from in a while, you know. So yeah, that's what the Dry Bones Rising Conference is going to be about. It's going to be here in Florida. Then after that, it's going to be in Houston, St. Louis, DMV area. DMV area is the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. It's going to be there. And some other place, but I forgot. I think it's out west somewhere or whatever. But we're gonna get it out there, get this information out. And what it's really about. And at the end of the day, what it's really about is spiritual development and having a spirit of humility. That's a superpower today. Humility. Because pride is, woo. I won't go in on that, because that's a whole nother lesson. But that's what it's about. That was a good question, Sister Aviz. Yeah. That's what we got. Let me see if I can think of anything else. Koya, I'm going to have Koya Israel. She's going to come in. She's going to talk about, and this on Sunday, she's going to come in and talk about her experience up there with the women. You know what I'm saying? And what other place can you go to where your wife is off with these other women? She comes back to your more righteous woman of Yah. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some of these congregations I done been around. Shoot, you let your wife go off with some of them women, boy, you're going to have a monster. A dragon is going to come back to you. You're going to think you in a Dragon Slayer movie. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But she enjoyed her experience up there. So she'll be talking about that on first day, Sunday. All right. What time? So, yeah, y'all, I got to head out. I'm getting ready to go into work. We got to... I got to get after it. Got a lot going on. Anyway, y'all stay encouraged, stay engaged, stay locked in. And what I'm going to do, let me see if I can find another song to take it out with. Like I said, I'm trying to get all these songs uploaded. Okay, this looks like a good one. Let me see if I get this one to work. All right. So there we go. All right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take it out with this. I haven't even titled it yet. I'm still, when I get free time, I get all this stuff uploaded. I got to get it all correct by birthday, because I play some of them there. And you check back with my channel, because I got to figure out the names of the songs. You'll see them as they become available as I upload them, okay? All right, so with that said, y'all, we're going to take it out. I'm not even sure what song this one is, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And with that said, y'all, appreciate y'all. Shalom, shalom. Hallelujah.